Hey guys, I thought I'd have a chat to you about kids and posture. We had a patient in the other day and Mum wanted us to have a look to see if there was anything wrong with their posture and what exercise they could do to help prevent bad posture. So I think probably one of the most important places to start is sort of what's good posture and what's bad posture. I think, traditionally we've always sort of said, sit up tall. If you slouch, you're going to get a bad back or a sore neck or a sore low back. I guess historically, lots of this came from, people with high value in society, lots of money, and that sort of royal class had often needed to be seen in that traditional posture, upright, chin up. That was associated with wealth and class. To have good posture meant you were important. And I feel like that's really flowed onto today's society that, if you have bad posture, all these connotations of, you're weak or you're disinterested or you're not that keen or you're going to have injuries and breakdown, where it tends not to be true. The research has shown us that regardless of what posture you're in, it tends not to change your injury rate. So, is slouching bad for you? Not really. If I sit like this for 6 hours, I'm not going to say I'm going to be comfortable, but also if I sit upright like this for 6 hours, I'm probably not going to be comfortable. So I think a really handy mantra we have is your next posture is your best posture. So, if you're sitting now, standing would be good. If you're standing, a little bit of sitting would be good. If you're slouching now, sit upright for 5 minutes. If you've been sitting upright for 10 minutes on a call or in a business meeting, try some slouching. Changing between these postures can be really powerful. We know that most people who come and see us with pain, they might have a sore back if they slouch for an hour. So our recommendation is, slouch for 40 minutes and then go for a walk. And it's not so much the getting out of the slouch, but that big change of position can be really powerful to change what the tissues are doing. A helpful example I often say to someone is, if I hold my arm out like this, this isn't bad for my shoulder, but if I hold it for hours, it's going to be really sore. And that's the same for our posture. If I sit like this, I'm not sore now, but I might be in a few hours. If I sit like this, I'm not sore now, but I might be in a few hours. So, I think movement is really important. Motion is lotion. So yeah, I guess with this patient, it was more important to educate both mother and patient that, what's good now, is just where they are, and, moving them into other positions can be really powerful. Obviously in our assessment, we sort of check their neck range, back range, lumbar spine and shoulder range to make sure that they can achieve like a good and a bad posture. And if they've got some muscle length or muscle strength imbalances that we find during our assessment, we'll give some targeted stretches to make sure that, they aren't so tight that they can't really get out of, that slouch position. So I think that's probably the really powerful stuff, is having an individualized assessment to make sure that, your body's capable of, being in all different positions. And if not, having some targeted stretching. And if it is, I think just enjoy your day and, movement, can I take more steps? If I've been sitting for so long that I'm worried about my slouching, or I'm worried that my child has been sitting for so long, on that phone or playing a game that I'm worried about their slouching, how can we change that? Can we go for a walk? Can we take the dog outside? For kids, I'll often suggest laying on their tummy to do some gaming or, their tablet. That way they're sort of on their elbows, and they're getting their neck extended. It's just a different way to be able to do the same task, but it can be really powerful for pain. If you've got any questions about posture or anything like that, leave us a comment in below and we can reach out and have a discussion. Or if you think posture is sort of leading to some pain and injury in yourself at the moment, give us a call and, we'll have an assessment and see if there's anything that sort of can be fixed and give you some stretches to get you feeling better.